My dog is Granny. You sure are doing some high-powered rocking?
Doing some high-powered thinking. Thinking and rocking goes together.
Well, tell me, Granny, what is this problem that's got you to rocking so?
It's us, Jed. We don't belong out here. These la-di-da city folks don't want our kind around.
Well, whatever put that notion in your head?
Well, here it is pert near Christmas. Back home, folks should be stopping by, passing the time of day, fetching presents, and hefting a friendly jug with us.
Well, you got to remember one thing, Granny. Back home, we knowed everybody, and everybody knowed us. Out here, we ain't much acquainted yet.
You can't get acquainted with these folks out here. I've been trying all morning. I put on my friendly hat, brung out my rocker, and a jug of hard cider, and I've been sitting here waving and hollering at folks and pointing to my jug.
And nobody stopped?
Only a policeman. That's where my jug went. He took it to the police station.
I bet you got a bunch of friends down there by now.
Might as well face it, Jed. We ain't got as many friends out here as a horse has toes.
Looks like you spoke too soon, Granny. Yonder comes Miss Drydale, and she's fetching a present. Morning, Miss Drydale.
Will you please take this animal and keep it here?
Well, thank you very kindly.
And will you please tell Ellie Mae that we have a pet ordinance?
Well, I'd rather not. She'll be wanting one.
Come on, sit down, Miss Drysdale. We'll chew the fat and heft a jug together.
30,000 people in Beverly Hills. How did I get you as my neighbors?
Just lucky, I guess.
If I find any more animals in my flower garden, I will give them to the police.
They wouldn't appreciate it. Why, they took my jug without so much as a thank you, by your leave, or kissed my foot.
Oh, I do hope the new year will be better.
Well, thank you, and the best wishes to you, too. Granny, you gotta admit I was right friendly. Nice fat little goat, too.
You can stop your fretting, Thelma. Pa's done found your baby. Her and Earl and Elmer and me's been looking all over the house for that little rascal.
Well, that ain't me. Is this your baby goat?
Well, Thelma's her ma, but there's both mine. Come on, everybody, let's go swimming.
Well, if that ain't a new low in gift giving, I'll put in with you. Getting our own goat give to us.
Granny, don't get riled up yet. Here comes some more friends.
That's the bus fetching Jethro home from pot school.
In the middle of the morning? Oh, and look who's driving. Miss Millicent Schuyler Potts herself. Reckon she's come to visit. Howdy there, Miss Potts.
Good morning, Mr. Clampetts, Granny. I wonder if I could have a talk with you.
Well, you betcha. See, Granny, she's come to visit.
Granny, can I have some victuals?
What'd you do with your school lunch?
Oh, I ate that at recess.
All right, help yourself.
Yeah. Oh, bye, Miss Potts. Thanks for the ride.
You want to come into the kitchen, have some grits and jowls with Jethro while we visit?
No, thank you.
Well, set yourself. You can have a bench, a bucket, or a rocker.
No, what I have to say is quite brief. It's simply that Jethro has become my #1 problem student.
Well, did you hear that, Granny? You deserve all the credit, Miss Potts.
I beg your pardon.
Well, when Jethro started in your school, he couldn't cipher a problem for shucks. But now he's #1.
Come on into the house. We'll heft a jug on that.
Really, you don't understand. Your nephew is a most disrupting influence. Well, let me put it this way. It will not be necessary for Jethro to return to school after the holidays.
That's smart, is he?
You done it, Miss Potts. Why, back home, he couldn't even keep up with his class.
And here he is graduating ahead of everybody.
No, please.
I'll get the jug.
No, Jethro is not graduating. He is being expelled. Oh, I don't know how to say this, but Jethro is ruining my school, and I do not want him to return.
Well, for not knowing how, you said it pretty plain. Jethro ain't good enough for you, huh?
What?
Simmer down.
Well, you can keep your old private school. Jethro has been there a whole year, and you haven't even made him a private. You couldn't even get him into the Army. Faker, cheater, Jethro's too good for you.
moving like Gertrude's are doing. If a rooster can swim, so can a turkey gobbler. How about it, Herman? You willing to try? Well, let's shake hands on it. Attaboy.
Come back here, you wild beast! Come here with my begonia!
Mrs. Drysdale, I sure would appreciate if you wouldn't chase Thelma. It shakes her all up.
Help! Get this thing off me!
I'm going to call the police and have all these animals taken away.
Why, they ain't done nothing.
This is Beverly Hills, not a jungle. They shall all be locked up in cages.
Don't do that, please. They wouldn't be happy all caged up.
But I won't be happy until they are. Oh! That vicious dog is going to attack me. Get away!
Who's that in the cement pond?
But that's Miss Drysdale.
Kid, she's trying to steal Ellie's chicken. Probably wants to give us that for New Year. You get your chicken-picking hands off our livestock.
Margaret, I'm very busy. I haven't time to listen to goat stories. Stop sneezing. What fool? With your clothes on? I thought you were having some of your bridge club ladies over this afternoon. Well, stop sampling the punch. Oh, I'll call you back. Gesundheit. Aren't you about through?
You haven't finished dictating.
Not you. Him.
Senti, se non ti stai fermo non posso fare niente.
Go away. Leave me alone.
So, Mr. Drysdale's our friend, is he? That didn't sound very friendly to me.
Go away.
We'll go away, but not until you fill these sacks with our money to tote with us.
Uncle Jed's got $40 million in your bank, and we got 4 sacks. And dividing 4 into 40, that figures to $10 million in each sack.
Ooh, listen to that boy Sacker. That's one thing we're going to miss about Beverly Hills. Jethro getting a fine education.
What are you talking about? Where are you going?
We're going back home, Mr. Drysdale.
You mean for Christmas?
No, ma'am, for good.
What?
We got to face up to the truth. We're as out of place here as 4 cobs in a cream crock.
All right, young'uns, take those sacks down to where they keep our money and commence filling them up.
No, wait. Listen. Come back. Oh, get out of my way. Quickly, come with me. Now, wait right here and don't move. Measure him up for a complete vestito nuovo.
Oh, sì, sì.
Well, little man, you're fixing to tie me up. That ain't enough rope and you ain't enough man.
Dovete stare fermo, altrimenti non posso fare niente, sa.
I couldn't catch them, Chief.
Well, phone down. Have them lock the outside doors.
But it isn't closing time.
It will be if the Clampetts withdraw their money.
Aiuto, per piacere, subito.
Now, if you ever get to be this big, try me again.
Signor Drysdale, aiutatemi.
What did you do that for?
He was fixing to tie Jed up.
Monkey, little feller, throw this skimpy little rope around me real brave.
No, he was just measuring you for a new suit. A Christmas present for me. Oh, help me get him down.
You fill my sack up for me. I got a few words to say to Mr. Drysdale before we go.
Granny, this little fellow was just fixing to sew me up some clothes like you done for Mr. Drysdale here.
Shame on you for doing woman's work. And bad, too. You call this sewing? Why, them clothes wouldn't hold together in a stout wind.
Porca del diavolo, questo è un manicomio.
Don't you sass me, little man. I'll hang you back on that hook.
No, è abbastanza.
Granny, they won't give us your money.
Let's get the guns off in the truck.
Hey, we're gonna field the bank?
Down to the last man.
Wait. Let's talk this over.
Then along come Miss Potts and expelled Jethro out of her school.
I can explain everything that's happened.
You can.
Yes, I can.
Well, how about your wife said she was going to lock up all my critters?
And mean-mouthing me when I pulled her out of the pond.
Oh, I can explain it. No, I have a better idea. I'll have my wife and Mrs. Potts talk to you themselves, and they can explain it.
They can?
They can, and they will. Oh, yes, you will.
And if I refuse?
If you refuse, the only thing you will find in your stocking on Christmas morning is your foot.
I'm married to a bourgeois beast.
You are married to a desperate banker. And now I'll reason with you, Mrs. Potts. Let me start by reminding you that I hold the mortgage on your building.
So?
So, how would you like to have the only private school in Beverly Hills holding classes on the sidewalk?
This is blackmail. This is extortion.
So?
So? I'll do it.
All right. Now, here's what you're going to tell Jed Clampett.
So you see, Mr. Clampett, I expelled Jethro so that I could come here every evening and give him private instruction.
Well, won't there be a lot of extra trouble for you, Miss Potts?
Oh, nothing is too much trouble if it brings me nearer to the man who's captured my fancy.
Who's that, man?
Oh, Mr. Clampett. Can't you guess?
No, ma'am. The only men folks around here are Jethro and me. You see Jethro every day, and that only leaves...
Yes, I must say it. I'm forced to say it. It's you.
But, you got... But you're a fine, educated, high-class, big-city school teacher.
But I'm also a woman. And you're a man.
Yeah, I gotta go along with you on that, but...
And the kind of a man I've always been attracted to. Raw-boned, shy, clean-cut. But basically, very, very masculine.
Well, doggies.
Come on, dear.
Milford, no, no.
Oh, Margaret, yes, yes. Now, Granny is lonesome. She doesn't have any friends. Your bridge club is the answer.
Granny doesn't even play bridge.
But you're going to teach Granny to play bridge.
Home, quickly.
Now, dear, now. It's not going to be as bad as all that. You'll have Mrs. Potts to help you, and Jane Hathaway, too.
But even if she learns to play bridge, how could I possibly present that homespun hillbilly to my club?
Miss Hathaway is taking care of that. Granny will look fine.
Oh, come in, come in.
Just in time to see your hostess and her beautiful new hostess gown. Granny, entrez-vous.
Oh, Granny, you are a vision of a chic Beverly Hills hostess, from your head right down to your...
My bloomers are showing again. This thing ain't sewed together properly.
Granny, those smart capris are supposed to show. But where are your beautiful pumps?
Pumped up too high. I fell off of them twice.
Well, your feet won't show under the bridge table.
What kind of a table?
Bridge. Mrs. Drysdale here and some of her friends are going to play bridge with you.
Oh, yeah? Who said?
She said, my wife has a club.
Well, she better have more than a club if she's gonna walk on me.
No, Granny. Bridge is a game, a card game.
A fun game. Now, Margaret, you and Miss Hathaway take Granny into the card room and get things ready. I'll send in Miss Potts. Where is she?
Her and Jed are sparking in the parlor.
This here's a little verse I made up for you whilst I was changing my duds.
Why, how very flattering. I can hardly wait.
Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling Millie sent just to see me every evening. To such trouble you have went. You expelled my nephew Jethro just to give you a excuse. And your mind said, don't you do it. But your heart yelled, what's the use? I'm a man and you're a woman. You yourself did up and say, now you got my heart to wondering, are you the ma for Ellie Mae?
Oh, Mr. Drysdale.
Don't let me interrupt.
Oh, no. I want you to come in and hear the perfectly divine ballad that Mr. Clampett has composed just for me. Where's your wife?
Well, she's going to teach Granny to play bridge. They need a four, so I'd better get back.
No. 3 women and 1 man. Unthinkable. Now, you just stay right here and listen to Mr. Clampett's ballad.
Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my I'm sorry, Mr. Drysdale, but I feel like a darn fool singing this to you.
You're right. Besides, I have some very exciting plans that'll keep you busy for the rest of the day.
You do?
Yes. I want you to be a guest at my club. We'll shoot a little golf.
Oh, you mean go over to the golf pasture?
We call it the country club.
Uncle Jed, I don't want to watch them women play a sissy old card game.
Well, why don't you come with us, Jethro? We're going to shoot some golf.
Yeah, I'd like that. But you ain't going to go shooting in your courting clothes, are you?
Oh, I reckon I'd best change. Mr. Drysdale, no use you waiting for us. Jethro and me will meet you there.
All right, Jethro. I'll see you at the country club. And meet me in the locker room. I'll have some golf clothes for you to change into.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you.
Now, I want you to change into these clothes before we play golf. Then we'll spend a nice, relaxing half hour in the steam room over there.
Oh, yes, sir.
Now, when you change, leave your old clothes inside the locker and close the door. I'll see you outside.
Well, Jethro, you're younger and more willowy than me. You try it first.
Yes, sir, Uncle Jed.
You know all right, Jethro?
I can't move, let alone change clothes. These city fellas sure must be runts. What are we going to do?
Well, one thing's certain, we can't strip naked out here in the hall. Tell you what, let's go over there into that steam room and wait for Mr. Drysdale.
Yes, sir. Can't see nothing through this little windy.
Well, let's just go on in.
Boy, Uncle Jed, sure is hot in here.
Right smart humid, too.
Hey, look over here. There's rows of benches going up, just like in a theater.
Well, let's climb up the top, get us a good seat, wait for the show.
Well, it's about time you men folks is getting home. Let's get ready and head for the hills.
What happened?
Something go wrong with the bridge game?
Sure enough did. Granny got robbed, busted it up.
What riled you, Granny?
Well, first off, them other women wanted me to put my cards down on the table so all of them could see them.
That don't hardly seem fair.
Of course it don't. And when I asked them why, they said because you're the dummy.
Ain't nobody calls Granny a dummy and gets away with it.
You better believe it. How did you men folks make out at that there country club?
Pitiful, just pitiful.
Granny, they got the hottest, steamiest theater there is.
If that wasn't bad enough, they put on the worst show I ever did see.
That's a fact.
Nothing but a bunch of fat old men parading around wrapped in towels.
And not even no music.
Pitiful, just pitiful.
Beverly Hills can keep their unfriendly city people. Come on, Ellie Mae. I want to get into some decent clothes and head for back home.
Yeah, I reckon we better do that too, Jethro. These is kind of shrank up and soggy.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
What you looking for, Granny?
Looking for the hole in the roof.
What hole in the roof?
The hole in the roof that snow comes from. Well, looky under. It's all over the tree and all over the floor. Ellie, you sweep it up before it gets to melting and gets everything soggy. Jethro, you climb up on the roof and patch the hole that it comes through.
Yeah, I don't think this is snow at all.
It ain't cold and it don't melt.
Well, I bet you this is what they call artificial snow.
I don't care what you call it. Get up on the roof and patch the hole it comes through.
I reckon Jethro means this Beverly Hills snow ain't the kind that falls down from the sky.
That's right. You just throw this around by hand.
Pitiful place, pitiful. Don't even know how to snow proper out here.
Granny, Christmas ain't no day to go lambasting Beverly Hills again.
Hey, everybody, let's open a present.
Yeah. Hey, come on, Granny.
Oh, put me down, you big
Hey, Ellie Mae, this one's to you from Miss Jane. Listen to this. To Ellie Mae, so sweet and fair. Use this gift to have dry hair.
Sounds like it's gonna rain.
Hey, Jethro, this one here is for you. Ellie, too.
Hey, it's from Mr. and Mrs. Drysdale. What do you think's in it?
One way to find out.
Open it up.
Look at Pa, it's a hat.
Ain't that pretty? Feels like a rain hat.
Yeah, this'll sure enough keep my hair dry when I'm walking in the rain.
What's this hose for in the back?
Well, I reckon that's to let the water drain off.
Hey, Uncle Jed. Look what I got, a brand new suit of clothes.
Looks like it's made out of rubber.
Fella sure could keep dry in this rascal.
I reckon it's for walking in the rain like Ellie's hat.
I reckon these go on my feet.
Be kind of awkward walking in these. I'll tell you what, Jethro. Why don't you put the whole thing on? We'll see how it looks.
Hey, yes, sir, Uncle Jed.
What you got there, Granny?
Near as I can figure, it's one of them electric washing machines like we got out back. Only this one's got a clothes drying rack on it.
A lot fancier than that other machine.
So dad blame fancy, I can't figure out how to get the clothes in it.
Let's see now. You got a knob here marked on. Let's turn that and see what happens.
A lot quieter than the other one.
I don't think it's working, Granny.
Don't hardly see how it could. No way to put water in it.
Wait a minute, lighten up.
Looky yonder.
It's done got water in it.
Water in it? Look at that.
There's fish in there. Ellie Mae?
I didn't see it. Dad! Come and shut this thing off! Quick!
What'd you see?
I ain't telling, but one thing's certain. I ain't gonna wash none of our clothes in there until that water's been changed.
Well, give us a pretty washing machine, Pa.
The Drysdales. Oh, Ellie, did you get Miss Drysdale's present?
Sure did. I'll fetch it.
What's that girl got on her head?
Oh, that's her new rain hat. Miss Jane gave it to her.
I thought it wasn't supposed to rain out here much.
Here it is.
What kind of a varmint is that?
It's what Miss Drysdale wants most of all for Christmas. A mink.
Well, Miss Drysdale especially wanted a full-length mink. Is this one fill the bill?
Yes, sir. It's as long as they come.
I know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask you anyway. You didn't by any chance steal this critter, did you?
No, sir.
Well, I know you hadn't, but Miss Drysdale made such a point of it. She said she didn't want no mink stole.
Reuben, just what I wanted most of all. A full-length mink.
Oh, I'm glad you like it, dear. Well, now, I got to dash over to the Clampetts before they go outside and discover their boat.
Their what?
We gave them a boat for Christmas, among other things. And I had the boat company deliver it and put it right in front of their door. Oh, Ravenswood, the skipper dressed?
Very nearly, sir. A boat and a skipper? Isn't that overdoing it?
All part of a very clever strategy, Margaret. Now, if I can get Jed hooked on sailing, Jethro and Ellie Mae on skin diving, and Granny on deep-sea fishing, they'll never want to go back to the hills. Those are things you can't do without an ocean.
But, Milburn, I don't want them to stay here.
But, Margaret, I do. Now, you don't get coats like that with bottle caps. And just for insurance, I gave them a television set. That's something else they can't get back in the hills.
The skipper is ready, sir. Here he is, sir.
Why, it's an 8.
Oh, no, it's a chimp. And Ellie Mae will be crazy about it.
Oh, I hope so, sir. I would not like to add to my regular duties the daily grooming and dressing of a anthropoid.
Well, let's take him next door. We'll put him on the boat, ring the doorbell, and run.
Yes, sir. Madam. After you, sir.
Looks like an overgrown tadpole.
Lucky I got one like Jethro, too.
Sure is hot, this thing.
Reckon it was meant to be wore mostly in the rain.
How come the Drysdales are giving us so much rain stuff when it ain't supposed to rain out here?
Maybe they know something we don't, Granny.
Well, I'm gonna get out of this thing.
There goes that rascal playing that music again.
Think he'd learn something new for Christmas.
Yeah, I heard somebody drive off.
Maybe it's that fella that plays the music.
Well, we can't begrudge him taking Christmas Day off. Granny, you recollect hearing it rain last night?
No.
How about you, Ellie?
No, sir, I didn't hear it.
Well, we must have slept through a regular cloudburst.
What you mean?
What I mean is that sometime during the night, somebody sailed a boat up our driveway.
How do you reckon anybody could sail a boat up here?
I don't see no high water mark on the house.
Well, if there wasn't no water, he must have got caught in a heap of wind. Let me fetch Jethro out here. I'm going to need help moving this thing.
Yes, sir, Pa.
Well, whoever done this was a mighty poor sailor.
Well, Granny, maybe he was just celebrating a mite too much last evening.
Let's face it, he was drunk as a skunk.
See if he's still in there. Granny, we don't want to mean-mouth that sailor too much. If I looked like that, I might take to drink myself.
Great clouds of blue gnats. That's the hairiest, ugliest sailor I ever did see.
Granny, we don't want to hurt his feelings. He might have got lost at sea and hadn't had a chance to shave.
Come on out, you're saved. We help you.
Yeah, don't be afraid. You're on dry land now. You're among friends.
He ain't coming out.
Maybe he don't understand our kind of talk. Maybe he ain't American.
I hope he ain't. He's no bigger than this and bow-legged to boot.
Yonder it is, Jethro.
Hot diggity dog, is this ship ourn?
No, I think it's wood.
There's a little sailor boy in there.
He looks like a monkey.
Shh, Jethro, don't say things like that. He don't want to come out as it is.
Why, that there's what you call a chimpanzee.
Thank goodness he ain't an American boy.
I'll go fetch him out.
I reckon if anybody can make a sailor leave his boat, it's Ellie Mae. Jethro, you'd best go along with her. From the looks of him, he's been to sea a powerful long time.
Yes, sir,
Oh, come on, Margaret, hurry up.
I'm coming, Milburn. Who are we going to drop in on? The Art Linkletters? The George Burnses? The Jack Bennies?
The Jed Clampetts.
I refuse to go slumming on Christmas.
Well, suit yourself. Oh, I understand they have a sensational gift for you.
Oh? What is it?
Well, who knows? With their millions, it could be the Hope Diamond.
It is the season of goodwill. Come along, dear.
Howdy there, Mr. and Mrs. Drysdale. Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, the same to you.
And many, many more.
I'm sorry about this boat kind of blocking the driveway here. It was sailed up there last night by a little critter called a chimpanzee.
Oh, no. The chimpanzee didn't do it. He's a present for Ellie Mae.
From Milburn and me, we know how fond the dear girl is of critters.
Well, thank you very much.
I had the boat put there, Mr. Clampett. It's a gift for you.
From Milburn and me, we know how fond you are of outdoorsy things.
Yes. Oh, by the way, you'll find a trailer for the boat in your garage.
Trailer?
From Milburn and me, we know how fond
Margaret,
you are.
it has wheels. You can put the boat on it and haul it any place you'd like to go.
Well, we sure are obliged for all the nice things you give us. We got a mighty nice present for you, too, Miss Drysdale.
How big? How nice.
Well, speaking of size, Ellie Mae says it's the biggest there is.
Oh, you shouldn't have done it.
We shouldn't? Well, we could always take it back.
Oh, no. That was just an expression like diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Margaret, why don't you go on in? There are some features of the boat I'd like to point out to Mr. Clampett.
Yes, dear. See you later. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. It's working beautifully, isn't it?
I guess so. Where all the water coming from?
From Lake Erie,
Where's it going?
Lake Ontario.
Well, I hope it don't flood our house on the way.
Oh, Daddy, you're so droll. Mr. Clampett tells me you have a gift for me.
You betcha we have. Ellie Mae's got it out back, playing with it.
Oh, my goodness. I hope she doesn't lose it.
Oh, no. She's got it on a chain.
Oh, well, let's hurry anyway, huh?
All right. You beat me eating bananas. But you gotta admit, I whooped you eating grits. And I bet you I can beat you drinking milk, too. First, I gotta rest a mite.
Hello? You and Skipper run out back and fetch Ellie Mae. Tell her Miss Drysdale's here for her present.
Yes, Miss Granny. Oh, howdy, Miss Drysdale.
Hello, Jethro, dear boy. Hello, little sailor.
He don't talk American.
Ma'am, he's a chimpanzee. Come on, Skipper.
Sit down, Miss Drysdale, while we're waiting for Ellie Mae, and I'll give you your other present.
Oh, another present?
Yes, ma'am. This here is my special Christmas gift pack. Chock full of good things to eat.
Oh, it's simply beautiful. What are these divine-looking morsels?
Well, up here we have deviled hawk eggs, pickled crow gizzards, possum sausages, candied catfish, and over here we have some larrapin' good little teensy owl burgers.
Please, no more.
Got your mouth to watering, huh? Well, help yourself. It's Christmas.
Miss Drysdale, I'm awful sorry, but I lost your present.
Oh, no.
Yes, ma'am. I was playing with it by the cement pond, and the chain broke, and it got away, and I just can't find it.
This is terrible. This is tragic. Oh.
Awful sorry, Granny.
Oh, don't worry, Ellie. I'll make it up to her. I'll give her 2 of my special Christmas gift packs.
Yes, Mr. Clampett, I predict that you're going to get many, many hours of enjoyment from that little craft. Boating has become a tremendously popular sport here in... How do you like that? That hunk of fur lying on the floor is worth $10,000.
You don't say. I only paid 2 bits for him when he was a pup.
You hear that? You're worth $10,000, you old rascal.
No, I was referring to this hunk of fur, my wife's brand new coat.
Oh!
I gave it to her this morning, and already she leaves it lying around on the floor.
That fur cost you $10,000?
Yes, it did.
That's a heap of money to pay to keep warm, and a place is warm to start off with.
Yes, you're right. But this is a Beverly Hills status symbol.
Oh.
By golly, I'm going to teach her a lesson. That woman thinks my money grows on trees.
Where are you going, Mr. Drysdale?
I'm going to take this home and hide it. I'll see you later.
Duke, I never will understand these city husbands. Back home, when a woman done something to rile her man, he'd just take her over his knee and whomp her a few. Mr. Drysdale's fixing to play hide and seek.
We want to get a better look at Skipper's boat.
Well, that's our boat, Jethro. It's a present for Mr. and Mrs. Drysdale. Oh, by the way, Ellie Mae, did you give Miss Drysdale her present?
I'm awful sorry, Paul. I was playing with the little critter and it got away.
Miss Drysdale is fit to be tied.
Yeah, you ought to see her, Uncle Jed. Well, she's crawling around on her hands and knees, rooting through the bushes like a hungry hog. Come on, Skip.
It ain't funny, Jethro. She done give the little critter a name and everything.
You don't say.
Yes, sir, she calls it Jim. She's a-crawling around and moaning and a-saying, where is it? Where's my beautiful Jim?
You think Ellie Mae is fond of critters? Why, that woman is like to go out of her mind over that pesky little varmint.
What'd you say you called it again, Ellie?
A mink. I offered to give her my squirrel, my polecat, my possum, or anything. She wouldn't even listen. She just went right ahead a moaning and a rooting.
I even offered her 2 of my special gift packs. Even that didn't quieten her down.
Well, when that little mink gets hungry, he'll show up. Come on, let's go look at our boat.
Oh, where's my mink? Where's my beautiful mink? It's gone. Oh, dear. Melbourne! 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 Oh!
Your husband's gone home, Miss Drysdale.
My mink is gone. My beautiful full-length mink. Has anyone seen it?
No, but come supper time, it's liable to show up.
Oh, disastrous day.
Oh, now calm down. Wouldn't you just as lief have a rabbit or a squirrel or a raccoon?
No, I want my mink. Melbourne! Melbourne!
You're right, Granny. Even Ellie wouldn't be that grieved over a lost critter, especially one she never laid eyes on.
The poor woman is so busted up, she even forgot my special gift packs.
Well, we can take them over later.
Yeah. And the special one I made for Mr. Drysdale. It's 4 feet high. And right in the middle, it has a smoked pig with a hedge apple in his mouth.
That ought to cheer him up. Oh, good. Here comes Jethro and Ellie on the truck. Now we can go out and find some water to float our boat in.
Who's that sitting up there beside Ellie?
That's Skipper. Looks like they got a coat and a hat on her.
I'd give Skipper Hank Pearl's old hat and coat, because he's from the warm country now. Here's your wraps.
That's fine, Ellie. Well, Jethro, where you reckon we ought to look first?
Well, I hear tell there's a Los Angeles River. How about that?
Well, sounds like that ought to float a good-sized boat. Let's get rolling.
Hey, Uncle Jim, yonder is a boat.
That boat was rolling on wheels.
Mr. Drysdale give us wheels for our boat, too.
Yonder goes another one.
Let's get off the freeways, Jethro. Try some other streets. Now, everybody keep your eyes peeled for water and boats.
Yonder's one.
There's a whole lot full. On wheels, too.
Watch out, Jethro. You'll run into that.
Uncle Jed.
My doggies, they's all on wheels. Well, that was a dandy ride.
I know now why Mr. Drysdale gave us them wheels for our boat.
There's not enough water in this place to boil an egg, let alone float a boat.
Oh, we gonna put our boat on wheels and haul it around the street?
Well, that wouldn't be much fun. You can't dive off it, you can't fish off it, you can't...
Well, I don't know, Jethro. It must be some fun or all them people wouldn't be doing it.
Come here, quick.
What's the matter, Granny?
No wonder we couldn't find any water. Looky here. Even the washing machine is dried up.
Well, it's been a dry Christmas, but a right merry one.
This no taters, Uncle Jed?
Don't hardly look at Jethro.
Well, a pea, pretty near 2 dozen.
Better fetch me the peelings. I got a feeling that's where most of the taters is. Doggies.
How's it taste, Uncle Jed?
Pitiful. Maybe them peelings will help. Dump them in.
Doggone, it just don't seem right, us doing women's work, whilst Granny sits in front of that TV set all day.
Ever since she found out it wasn't a wash machine, she ain't been more than 3 feet away from it. She's like a young'un with a new toy.
Like Ellie with her new critter. How come she ain't in her doing this cooking?
Jethro, I just don't believe Ellie was cut out for fixing victuals. Never forget the time she made that gooseberry pie. Ruined our best goose and a whole bucket of berries.
You mean she put together?
She did, and it was a mess, I'll tell you. I got her and Skipper out looking for stuff to put in this here.
Pa, Skipper found some onion.
Onion? Hey, they ought to go dandy in here.
Go on, Skipper, give them to Pa.
Thank you, Skipper. These here Beverly Hills onions ain't got a lot of bite to them. But the tops sure do flower out pretty. Jethro? Wash these and drop them in the pot.
Tops and all?
Yeah, we need all the flavor we can get. Where'd you find them, Ellie?
Over to the Drysdales.
Did you ask the Drysdales, could you buy her some onion?
Oh, yes, sir, Pa. Miss Drysdale says go around to the kitchen door and get some from the cook. But Skipper found some on the way, and we didn't have to bother nobody.
Fine and dandy. Well, drop them in the pot, Jethro. Don't just stand there sniffing them.
Would you like some more? There's a whole big patch of them.
A few more might help, Ellie. That stew ain't got too much going for it.
Come on, Skipper. Let's go pull up some more onions.
How's it going, boy?
Better?
Still pitiful. Even these onions ain't doing nothing. Just got to get Granny to help us.
You ain't gonna pry her loose from that TV set now. This is the time her favorite is on.
You mean that big strapping cowboy star?
That's right. Marshal Quirt Manley, two-gun tamer of the Wild West.
Look out, Quirt! Them rustlers are sneaking up behind you, fixing to shoot you in the back. Look out! Ooh, they got you. Ooh, they got you again. Oh, you're done for now, Quirt. That's it, you dirty coward! Right off and leave him with a back full of bullets! Attaboy, Quirt, after him! Get him! Catch him, Quirt! I can tell you where they's headed, Quirt. To town to hide in the saloon.
Granny.
It won't do you no good to hide in that saloon, you dirty yellow cowards. Quirt will find you. He'll get you.
Granny,
Shh! Yonder comes Quirt, riding like the wind. That's it. That's where they are. Go get them. It won't do you no good to hide in that saloon. I told Quirt where to look.
Say your prayers, yellow bellies. I'm coming in.
is he going to tackle that whole saloon full of bad men all by himself?
You betcha. Quirt Manley don't need no help. Even with 30 or 40 bullets in him, he's more than a match for him.
He's lighting into him.
See, Jed? I told you he didn't need no help. Look at them run, the yellow bellies.
He's right smart of a man, all right.
Old Quirt chased them clean out of town.
Next time, I won't go so easy on you.
Yes, sir, Granny. He sure is a rip-snorting fighter, old Quirt. Oh, look yonder. Now he's fixing to wrestle his horse.
No, Jed. After a fight, he always hugs old Silver Trigger. And then he rides off into the sunset. See? Here they go.
Fine figure of a man. Sits tall in the saddle. Well, don't he have no sweetheart like Hoot Gibson always had?
No. Ain't no girl good enough for Quirt Manley. He only loves his horse and his dog.
Him and Ellie sure hit it off. Both of them being fond of critters and neither one of them having a sweetheart.
Yonder goes the man for Ellie Mae. If he can tame the whole Wild West, I reckon he can tame one wild girl.
Leastwise, he'd have a fighting chance. Whereabouts would a fella go to find old Quirt?
Off into the sunset, I reckon. That's where they always go.
Mighty big place to commence looking.
Sorry, Skipper, but you must not uproot Mrs. Drysdale's prize, Bulbocodium vernum. That's the botanical term for daffodil. Now, if you're a good boy, if you're a good boy, Jane has a reward for you. A genuine, Quirt Manley cowboy outfit. Bet you like it.
Oh, howdy, Miss Jane.
Greetings, Jethro. And how is my strong, handsome, manly hero today?
Well, you'll have to ask Granny. She's the one that watches him.
Watches who?
Quirt Manley.
Oh, you thought I was referring to the television star.
Oh, I know you're hungry, Skipper. So am I, but this stew ain't nearly ready yet.
Stew? Jethro, what are you putting in there?
Everything I can lay my hands on. I ain't got no flavor at all.
Oh, no, Jethro. Not tea. Oh, you poor dear boy. You need a woman to do this kind of work for you.
That's a fact. You can say that again.
There happens to be such a woman available.
I know, but I don't stand much chance with her.
Would you like her to take over right now and prepare you a delicious meal?
I sure would.
Then drop to your knees, my handsome one, and ask me the question that is in your heart.
Please, will you go get Granny?
Yes! My answer is Granny!
Get up off that floor and stir the stew. Miss Jane, will you stay and have victuals with us, such as they is?
Oh, well, yes, but why not let me do...
Hey, Skipper! Come on, Skipper, let's swing to the tree.
Ellie, what are you doing?
We's playing ape. Look here.
Ellie, no, please, be careful!
Sure would like to know where to find that Quirt Manley.
If you mean the television star, he lives right here in Beverly Hills.
He does? Could we get him to meet up with Ellie Mae?
I'm sure Mr. Drysdale could arrange it.
I sure wish he'd hurry. That little monkey's liable to get himself hurt. I see you got some victuals.
Well, yes, sir, Uncle Jed. Told the fella down at the store about Granny watching TV all day instead of cooking. So he sold me these TV victuals, all packaged up and ready to eat.
Well, that's fine. Now, when Quirt Manley gets here, we got something else to offer him besides that pitiful stew.
Is Quirt Manley coming here?
That's right. Now, I want you to get the truck around back so when he rides up here, his horse won't shy at it.
Yes, sir.
and see your gun's clean good, we'll ask him to give us some shooting lessons.
But we know how to shoot.
Not like that, rascal. Granny says he can drop 7, 8 rustlers with one shot. That ain't all. He's got a couple 6-shooters that shoot all day without reloading.
Well, I can't wait to meet that rascal.
Granny, Mr. Clampett, Court Manley just turned into your driveway.
Court Manley!
Yes, I knew Mr. Drysdale could arrange it.
Court could put the whole bowl full of you.
Come on, Granny. Miss Jane, you find Ellie Mae and get her into a dress.
Yes.
That's Court, all right. I'd no silver triggers in any place.
What about them 2 gunshots?
Brace yourself, kid. We're liable to find 30 or 40 rustlers laying out front. Don't shoot, Court. We ain't rustlers.
We's friends, Miss Manley.
That we is. How come you ain't riding Silver Trigger? Did them dirty rustlers get him?
We'll help you find him, but I ain't no Court Manley.
Kid, there's only one man like him. Why, he's the biggest, the bravest, the fightingest, the strongest, the hard-ridingest, and the straight-shootingest man alive.
Are you people putting me on?
Who said that? Somebody back here?
That you spoke, Mr. Manley? Oh, yeah. Well, sure it was. I got a sore throat. Sometimes the voice just sneaks out that way.
Come on in, Quirt. I'll doctor you.
Ain't got the time, ma'am. Ain't got the time. Still, I'll autograph a couple of pictures for you before I go. There you are. Well, so long now. I got to be driving off into the sunset.
Wait a minute, what about Ellie Mae?
Ellie Mae? Well, sure. There you are.
Mr. Clampett, Ellie Mae is swinging through the trees with Skipper and refuses to come down.
I'll go fetch her down if you can keep Mr. Manley from leaving.
Please don't go, Quirt.
Well, sorry, ma'am, but gotta hit the trail. Well, so long, y'all.
Hold on there, Mr. Manley. My boss, Mr. Drysdale, has been speaking with your boss, the sponsor, and he wants you to stay here and meet Ellie Mae.
Oh, well, in that case, I reckon I could spare a couple of moments.
Bless you, Quirt. Oh, bless you, Quirt. Ellie Mae is the wildest young'un that ever come down from the hills. But if there's one man alive who can tame her, it's big Quirt Manley.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
I wish I was 10 years younger. I tell you right now, I'd give that Ellie Mae a run for her money. I always was partial to tall men. Come on. You and me are gonna have to jug together. Oh, I know you don't drink, but it won't hurt you to fall off the wagon just once.
Ellie Mae, I don't want no more arguments from you. You get up them back stairs and change into a dress.
Well, why can't I wear cowboy clothes like Court Manley?
Because a man like Manley wants a woman that's womanly now.
Lovely, Ellie Mae. Simply lovely. Here. I'll go the back way and get your father.
Yonder he sits. That's him, with the broad shoulders and hat. Sits tall in the chair, don't he?
Sure does, Granny.
Wait till he stands up. Your heart will jump right into your mouth. Mr. Manley, this here is Ellie Mae.
Howdy do. Let's make your acquaintance.
Dad! The rustlers must have jumped first whilst we were out. Look, look!
We got to Watch him, Granny. They done run off with the best part of it.
Gee, that's the first time I've ever seen a swimming chicken.
Shucks, that's nothing. I got a cat that swims, too. And a rooster that plays dead, a dog that climbs trees, and a turkey that shakes hands.
My goodness, I just love animals like these. That is, the little ones. Big animals like horses kind of scare me.
But you ride like the wind on TV.
Oh, that's not me, Ellie Mae. That's my double. He does my riding, shooting, fighting, falling off cliffs and things like that. I have another double who does the deep voice for me. I call him my double-double.
What do you do, Mr. Manley?
Oh, please, Ellie Mae. Call me Henry. That's my real name, you see. I'm only on the show because my father's the sponsor. They just use me for close-ups. They say I have a sincere face.
Got a nice face. I like it.
Oh, thank you, Ellie Mae. I like your face, too. And now that I come to think of it, I like the rest of you. Did you notice that rhymed?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I really like to do. Make up poems for girls like you.
Well, there goes another one right there.
They just pop out of me at times. Would you like me to make up a poem about a raccoon?
I sure would, and Elmer would, too.
Very well. I like the raccoon because he is so filled with goodness and generosity. Well, look how he gives us his skin for use on our garments and other apparel. In addition, raccoons act natural and don't put on airs, as do skunks and old turnips.
You're up, Granny. Someone here to see you.
Well, I don't want to see him. He reminds me of Pert Mandel. Oh, he's a heap more of a man. Handles a gun a heap better, too. He's the one that ought to be on TV.
Hi, Ellie Mae. Hey, excuse me, little fella. Can you tell me where I can find Mr. Quirt Manley? I noticed you was toting his hat for him.
Well, this here is Quirt Manley, Jethro.
Stop joking, Ellie Mae. I'm in a hurry. I want to ask him if I can borrow his pretty car to drive around the block a couple times.
Oh, yes, you may, Jethro. The car belongs to my father, so it's all right.
Hee-hoo! Hey, do you think he'd tear me to pieces if I borrowed his hat, too?
I can promise you he won't.
No!
Mr. Manley, I have a word with you, please.
I know what you're going to say, Mr. Clampett, and I don't blame you for wanting to shoot me.
Oh, ain't nothing like that at all. I just want to talk to you about Granny.
Guess I must have been a terrible disappointment to her.
She is might let down, but I think we can pull her out of it if we all tug together. Now, first off, I'm going to learn you how to shoot a gun, and Ellie here is going to learn you how to fight.
I'm afraid of guns, but I might like learning to fight.
Ma'am, you hadn't ought to jumped in a car like that, especially with me going pretty near 30 miles an hour.
I'd do anything to sit next to Quirt Manley.
But my name ain't Quirt Manley.
Don't think you can fool me. I've seen you on television. And I've dreamed of the day when I could get close enough to throw my arms around you and kiss you. My darling Quirt.
But honest, ma'am, my name is...
Your name is what?
My name is Kurt Manley. Not over me, girls. There's plenty for everybody.
I tell you, Granny, that little feller is a crack shot. He can stand on our front porch and light a match clean out by the front gate with a 6-shooter.
I don't believe it.
Come on out, he'll show you.
Jed tells me you're pretty good with them 6-shooters.
Granny, he's a blue-tailed marvel. He's gonna whip out them guns and bam, 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 light them 3 matches stuck in the ground down there this side of the wall.
I believe it when I see it.
All right?
Where you going?
Oh, I can't bear to watch him. He puts me plumb to shame.
Well, come in shooting.
You count to 3, and I'll draw and fire.
1, 2, 3. Well, I gotta admit, that's pretty good. Why, you ain't even drawed your guns, you little faker, you!
Granny, hold on!
That little sawed-off faker out of here!
But Ellie's right fond of him. You see, Granny, some heroes is fighters and some heroes is lovers, and I reckon that little cowboy is a lover.
Oh, boss, I'm gonna get my shotgun and blast the inside out of that lying TV set, and if he ain't gone by then, he's next.
Granny, wait.
Hey, look at there! Look at what I got!
Jethro, where'd you get all these girls?
Well, they think I'm a rich TV star.
Say, you girls cotton the money. I'll show you how you can divide up that whole roll. He's a little cowboy inside there. All you gotta do is go in there and make a big fuss over him and take on about how cute he is. Will you do it?
Sure.
Jeff, them girls was mine.
You'll get him back, Jethro, as soon as they show Granny what a ladies' man little quirt is.
The house is swarming with girls.
Yeah, you see who this all crazy about?
You betcha. He's a real star, that little feller.